I've never really understood why people never liked Batman Arkham Origins. Arkham Origins came out in 2013 and was developed by Warner Bros. Montreal to fill the gap between Batman Arkham City and Arkham Knight, and they did a damn good job doing so. The most common criticism is that it's just an Arkham City clone. That is just not true at all. I think the story in Origins is just as good as every other story in the Arkham series. I mean, sometimes it's even better than some of the other games, and how it does that is by the characterization of Batman himself. This Batman is a younger, angrier vigilante and is a straight menace in this game too.
Yo, holy shit, he dead!
Bruce Wayne doesn't even really exist yet, and I've always loved the idea that Bruce Wayne is the real mask and that Batman is the real person. And you can absolutely feel that here in this game, especially with this clip.
When the mugger or the thief stops to think twice, that is fear. That is what I am. That is why they hired assassins, because I am the reason the criminals breathe easier when the sun rises.
And I think having Roger Craig Smith voice this Batman was a great choice and helped show the progression of how he progressed from more of a vigilante into an actual hero who plans every action he takes. What helps here too is the supporting cast as well. Troy Baker did such a great job on a younger Joker, and that this game focuses on how Batman and Joker became more than just rivals. Bane is great here too, and it's nice to see that this game focused more on him being not only a brute, but someone who can actually rival Batman intelligently as well. The other assassins were a cool addition too, and I'm glad they actually used some other Batman villains like Lady Shiva and Firefly. Having the police not entirely on your side was a fun concept, and getting to see the relationship between Batman and Gordon form after Batman starts to learn he can't do everything on his own. I think the main reason why this game was called an Arkham City clone was because of how it played exactly like every game before it, and I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I don't think for this game specifically there needed to be any groundbreaking new features like the Batmobile or anything like that. I think that Warner Bros. Montreal knew what they were doing, and that the main focus was to make a great prequel game to the ones before it and introduce some cool side characters and some great boss battles as well. The boss battles were definitely one of the main selling points of this game, and I think they did a great job with them. Clearly, the Deathstroke boss battle is the best one in the game, and some of the others like Deadshot and Firefly are a great add-on as well. The regular combat as well feels great, and the free flow combat makes me feel like I'm beating up a bunch of kids. The stealth gameplay too is just as fun as it is in all the other games in the series. Traversal is great here too, especially when you don't have to wait to get the grapnel accelerator. It's right there from the get-go. Even though this game came out in 2013, I still think this game looks great, and just like in every other Arkham game, everyone looks straight out of a comic book. And I really like Batman's suit in this game, especially with it looking more tactical too. And the soundtrack throughout this game is just phenomenal as well. The Mr. Freeze DLC is a great addition, and Origins is the only game in this series to have a multiplayer aspect to it. And it wasn't perfect, but it was such a fun concept, and I hope something similar comes out sooner than later. Arkham Origins is not only a great superhero game, but a great Batman story as well. Being able to see how the Arkham Batman became who he is in the other games was such a cool idea, and was a great way to fill the time before Arkham Knight came out. Warner Bros. Montreal did such a great job on keeping the same atmosphere and mechanics, and made sure that this game never felt out of place. If you haven't already played Arkham Origins, I highly recommend checking it out and really see that this was a love letter to Batman, just as all the other games in this series was.